Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I am Kevin Pereira.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. It's me.
I'm Candace Bailey. We are coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
Hey, we found her.
Will you pull my pants down for me?
Yes.
They're riding up a little bit.
It's usually it's a lot harder to find you
No,
when you're
that's
surrounded
good.
by a bunch of people and animals and stuff. But this was really easy. On the show today.
I need my hat.
On the show
I know,
today.
we're talking about Where's Waldo.
I will flat out ask George Lucas if the new 3D versions of the Star Wars movies are going to suck.
No way, are you really?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him that. What you got?
Oh, you crazy!
I'm gonna ask
you
it.
crazy boy!
That was Waldo Sykes. And we'll learn about the new Star Wars TV show as well. How about that? Yay! Then Morgan Webb checks out Maker Faire for us. There were robots, a flamethrower pistol. It was basically like what it would be if MacGyver threw a steampunk birthday party.
NE3 is coming.
What?
Gamer Christmas is just around the corner, y'all!
Crazy.
And today we write a letter to Gamer Santa filled with wishes for this year's conference. Will Valve have new info on Half-Life 2 or will we can talk? I've been up for a really long time, but it's no different than every day.
Yeah, what? The normal excuse is too much sleep. Now it's insomnia.
No.
They gotta find the happy medium.
Will Rockstar...
I'll tell you what, here, I'll finish your lines. Go over there in the crowd. I want to play a little game with you. Go over there into the audience. Will Rockstar drop a big announcement? Oh, please, Gamer Santa, please. And Chris Score is here for TV Tuesday. Reviewing I Am Number 4, Platoon, and the Transcendent Man. We'll try to keep Gore on one plane of existence today, but
That's right!
no guarantees. Okay, surround her, make it difficult, Where did Candace go? I wonder if we could find her. Where's Candace? Ah, there she is! Yay! Hey, Waldo!
Y'all found me! I'm either Waldo or a pirate. Shiver me timbers! That's my pirate.
That was good. Now, why don't you get over here and help finish the show?
But first, let's see.
It didn't dawn on you when you saw the shirt on a hanger?
I've been saying all day I'm Where's Waldo, okay? So you're not the clever one.
You're wearing the shirt. You cannot be the clever one.
I like the shirt.
Right.
Shush it. But first, let's see what the web gods have delivered unto us this day.
Shush it, meanie face.
Shush it.
We're going around the net. Around the net with the worst motorized presidential fail since Grover Cleveland's horseless carriage trampled a parade of leper orphans.
President Obama was in Ireland for a state visit recently, and after he finished going over the trade agreements, tried to make an exit.
Were you chugging Tic Tacs or are you baby birding? It's hard to tell.
You know what I'm doing. Glug, 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 glug.
Whatever keeps the heat on, princess. But one of the limos in President Obama's motorcade didn't seem to want to actually leave. Yeah, it's a bummer. The car collapsed, just like the Irish economy.
Actually, it's a built-in safety feature of Irish cars. You're not allowed to drive over there if your blood alcohol content is below a 0.02.
Oh, that's a fun fact.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
And at number 4 today, a new video from our favorite one-man arsenal, FPS Russia.
Ah, I love FPS Russia. I do love this guy. In the past, this gentleman with a wavering Russian accent has dazzled us with phosphorus shotguns and AK-47s.
But this time he's unveiled the biggest weapon of all time.
Hello my friends, it is FPS Russia, and I've got something very nice for you today. This is a 40mm Bofor. It's an Austrian-made World War II era gun, and it's actually the most powerful machine gun in the world that a civilian can own. Fire in the hole! Okay, so now we've got our 40mm Bofor, aimed at our mannequin, who's wearing some FPS show gear, by the way. Fire in the hole.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
I guess no one else is curious where the hell he got an anti-aircraft gun from.
Walmart.
Oh, I haven't been to the Wally World in a while.
Yeah, you should go.
Good to know.
Walla. They got that too.
Give him a little bit.
No, well, that's a little taste.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a couple throughout the show.
Oh, all right. Okay, now don't abuse the privilege. I don't want you to shake those stripes off. And at number 3, we have an extremely effective homemade commercial.
For an extremely valuable service.
Hi, I'm Dolores Santangeli. Let me be the surrogate mother of your baby. So Dolores, what makes you so qualified to surrogate my baby? I have an associate's degree. I like getting fat. I have an unusually strong birth canal. I'm very polite. But don't take my word for it.
Yeah, she's very polite.
I've surrogated over 14 babies, and I'm only 28 years old. Do the math. This is my guarantee to you. Once the baby is born, you will never see me again. Unless you want another one.
We never saw her again.
I don't get this one. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get it.
Why? Because experiencing the miracle of life for yourself is a beautiful thing?
No, I mean, why would you bother making a baby? They're just so easy to steal.
Kevin! Do you steal babies?
No, just if you wanted to, it's crying. They always cry. It's not like it's gonna alert any attention.
You're so bad. And at number 2.
Yes, you caught me. I'm a baby stealer. I'm sorry.
Kevin,
Time to
you're a
update the
baby.
wiki. I have stolen a baby or 3 in my time.
Or 3?
Yeah, I give them back when they grow up. I'm just kidding. I don't. I don't even know where half of them are anymore. I'll keep going unless you start reading again.
And at number 2 is a dream come true for everyone who loves a good car chase on TV.
Yeah, here's one of those chases from the car's point of view, thanks to some genius who made the decision to borrow a police car for a little while. So close. I'm telling you, one more star and the military would have been out. He was so close.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you don't drive with the HUD on? You gotta have it. It's super helpful if you're gonna run over some pedestrians on the way home from work. You know exactly where you stand with law enforcement.
This is a video game, right?
Now I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. Still ahead, someone jams in a galaxy far, far away.
If the Wookiees are rockin', don't come a knockin'. Number 1 ATN.
Walla, 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 world. Walla, 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 world. Can't believe
Today's ATN featured a felon with a need for speed. So tell us, what's the name of this Grand Theft Auto game? Tweet us your responses at AOTS, #OMGROFLOL. If your response drives us to laughter, we'll feature it on Friday's show.
in at number 1 today. Video of a performance from Disney Hollywood Studios that will warm the cockles of your hearts. I know it sounds dirty, but it's not. Here's footage from Star Wars weekend when everyone's favorite Wookiee unexpectedly tackled Guns N' Roses' rocking ode to the streets of Hollywood.
You found me! Ah!
Welcome to the jungle.
So, Chewie, you had a rocky start, but you were able to recover and finish strong. But you got to admit, it wasn't your strongest performance. Now that's a strong performance. The oldest Wookiee prank in the book. I'm off to the building with the doctor people in it, but everyone at home, this is Maker Faire.
If you want to build a better mousetrap, maybe a giant fighting robot, or maybe even a crazy car that shoots fire, Maker Faire is the place to be. The best part, I get to play with all of it. Mad scientists and inventors geek out. The 2011 Maker Faire in San Mateo, California showcases the best of the DIY mindset. And with over 800 maker entries, there's something for everyone. All right, Chris, so you built this kind of crazy art car. What's the concept behind it?
Well, this is called the Nowasaurus, and it's a time machine that brings you to the moment of now. So it's completely custom built from the ground up. It's got a Toyota motor in it. There's a couple hundred feet of electronics and lighting and EL wire in it. It's got 22 feet of wing. It's 8.5 feet tall, and it's got that fire cannon that you've been playing with on the top.
So how fast can it go?
Truth be known, it still can go 70, 80 miles an hour, but you don't dare get it going that fast. That's scary.
You have this wingspan. Why did you need a fire cannon?
Well, just because. It's cool.
So you have quite a backpack here.
That's right. It's my shoulder-mounted plunger launcher.
And what is the power behind it?
It's actually just gears that pump a motor that fill a chamber full of air. There's actually no real trigger on it. Just when the chamber gets full, it launches.
Get your catching hands out, Con. Any second now, we're just gonna launch this sucker right at you. Oh, there we go! Oh! You can catch it, there you go.
Can you stick it back in my hole?
I would love to.
You naughty girl.
Everybody needs a badass steampunk flamethrower gun. And it has a tiny beer barrel in case I get thirsty.
We use this for mummy hunting. They have those dry brittle wrappings.
Absolutely.
And this is how we'll, just catch them aflame. There you go.
What was the inspiration for all this destruction?
I'm a destructive person. When I was a kid, I'd smash things with hammers, and I would either smash my finger by accident or get something in my eye. And as an adult, I figured out that if you radio control your smashing devices, you don't actually hurt yourself. All of our robots are electric drive. Some of them use direct electric, and then some of them use a hydraulic electric drive system. So the hydraulics give you a really high level of torque, and then the direct electrics are all gear driven. So they have a gear train that reduces the RPM and increases the torque. So they have a lot of power to the ground. They don't go very fast, but they can move a lot of weight.
And why do hydraulics have so much power?
Well, hydraulics are like a gear reduction. Basically, you spin a pump up, make pressure, and you force that into a cylinder, and then you force that cylinder into a lever, and you have leverage power, which is basically torque. Building them, fixing them, designing them, fantasizing about them, scaring audience members, it's just all really fun.
Well, that is it for today from the Maker Faire, the DIY Paradise. I'm gonna have more for you tomorrow.
Still ahead, if you bit Torrent at the Hurt Locker, congratulations!
All right.
You are now part of the largest file-sharing lawsuit in history. Learn more in the feed with Andy Allo.
Hey, Andy Allo.
Then the road to E3 is paved with high hopes. Our experts make a wish list of new games they're praying to see at E3 this June, including Half-Life 2 Episode 3.
And later we'll have more with George Lucas when he tells us about sprucing up Star Wars for its 3D theatrical re-release. So why don't you just stick around or something?
Yeah.
Cool. Totally.
All right, now, Sarah, really pretend to hurt him. And you really pretend to be hurt. Producing 101.
You write Santa, or I write Santa and tell him what I want.
Yeah, that's true. And when E3 is on the horizon, we pick up the slack and we tell you what you want. So you're welcome. Let's check out today's Road to E3 coverage presented by the 2011 Ford Fiesta.
E3 is less than 2 weeks away, and while we can't wait for many of the upcoming titles, we still have our wish list of games we would love to see. First up, Half-Life.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman.
It's been 4 years since we last saw Gordon Freeman in Episode 2, and it's left us with a crowbar-sized hole in our hearts.
I'm a huge sucker for Half-Life, and we know they've been working on Episode 3 for ages. So it's time to actually announce it, to show it, to give us something, get us excited.
There was the achievement in Portal 2 where they basically showed you the Borealis, which is the ship that Gordon Freeman was heading towards at the end of Half-Life 2.
Based on this, many fans are now speculating that we might finally see the long-awaited Episode 3.
That seems to be the next logical game that we're going to be hearing about from Valve.
And though Valve recently stated that they won't have any titles at this year's E3, they've pulled sneaky surprises in the past, leaving some fans holding out.
Valve is mysterious and mercurial, so I'm just going to cross my fingers that we get to play a little bit more of my most favorite franchise.
Now, killing headcrabs again would be awesome, but what we also want is a few decent motion control games. While both the Move and the Kinect made huge waves at last year's E3, both have yet to release that must-have game.
I haven't seen that full-fledged adventure game, and I'd love something that's online, that's graphically beautiful, where you actually are in real time switching between those weapons and moving them accordingly.
I'd be most excited about seeing this year at E3 is just one-to-one mapping of any game, like a one-to-one cage fighter game. Or, for that matter, a football game where you literally can stand in your living room and play quarterback.
Powers it out there.
Since both devices are less than a year old, we hope to see something promising in the future.
So I think what we're going to see at this year's E3 is a lot of games that take advantage of motion control. I think we're going to see more content that takes advantage of sort of the way that we're already familiar with interacting with these products.
And finally, we were all blown away by Rockstar's latest epic, LA Noire, and it left us craving for more content.
Spill it, or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
I want announcements about DLC for LA Noire. I love that game. I need more of it. My hat doesn't feel as cool upon my head without that DLC.
Though Rockstar typically does not attend E3, that doesn't mean something isn't cooking.
They will often kind of give us a little nugget of an announcement during E3 just to make sure we don't forget about them.
I would like to see some sort of announcement, whether it be a GTA announcement, a Red Dead announcement, or some original IP.
I'm very hopeful that we're going to see some sort of announcement regarding a new GTA game, and I personally hope that they take a slightly different approach, and instead of offering 400 square kilometers of world to play in, give me 4 square blocks to play in and make them super hyper detailed.
Well, I don't know about that.
That won't happen. The announcement or my version of Grand Theft Auto. But hey, I'm still hopeful.
You want him to get us the money.
Whatever Rockstar decides to announce, you can be sure we'll be keeping an eye out for it.
We got bad guys to catch.
GTA 5, Half-Life, Red Dead 2. We know these games are mostly pipe dreams, but we will still be keeping them on our radar as we head down the road to E3. Hey! Do you want free stuff?
Oh, we got your free stuff right here. Oh, what? Get this, every single day until E3, every single day.
What?
We're giving away consoles.
Oh, yes!
Yesterday's winner of an Xbox 360, what were the odds? It's Kevin P. of New Cumberland, Pennsylvania. Congrats, first name, last name, buddy. Last initial, at least.
Yeah,
I swear it's not me, it really isn't.
Today you have the chance to win a PlayStation 3 courtesy of the 2011 Ford Fiesta.
Oh, thanks, Ford Fiesta.
Thanks.
To enter, visit our website at g4tv.com/road to E3. Get your entry in between now and May 25th by noon Eastern to be eligible, and we'll announce the winner on tomorrow's show. But now, it's time for some facts.
Here's our very own info master, Andy Allo.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Right now, it's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
It's Tuesday, May 24th, and here are your top stories. If you ever tore into the Hurt Locker, the man might be coming for you. Voltage Pictures, the makers of the Oscar-winning movie, are ramping up their campaign to track down people who illegally downloaded their movie. The expanded plan is going to set a new record for torrent cases. In total, they're now targeting almost 25,000 people. Voltage is said to be after millions of dollars of so-called box office losses. So if you're one of the many who gamed the system and downloaded Hurt Locker, well, I hope you have a good lawyer. Black boxes have become an invaluable resource for understanding plane crashes, but pretty soon there might be one in your car and you won't have any choice about it. What? According to Wired, next month the National Highway Traffic Safety System Administration is expected to pitch a plan that will require all vehicles on the road to have an onboard event data recorder, otherwise known as a black box. The data stored inside the device, which can't be turned off, will be viewable by automakers, insurance companies, and law enforcement. Because that's just what we need, one more device recording everything we do. Seriously. The Netherlands. Home of some of the world's most famous painters, elected parliaments, legal weed, and now steampunk dragon shows. Dutch theme park Efteling just dropped $42 million on a giant 5-headed steel dragon. That's the star of their headline show. And you bet your booty it breathes fire. In addition to the kick-ass dragon, the medieval park just added a bunch of other upgrades like a band of sorcerers, jousting, and griffins. So you hear that, medieval times? You're being upstaged by a bunch of tulip enthusiasts. Get your act together. Come on. Yeah. And finally, the first look at Modern Warfare 3 is blowing up the interwebs. The high-impact trailer reveals a few of the game's big city maps and a dystopian world consumed by war. Lock and load, gentlemen.
Take the most powerful nations on Earth to create the next global conflict. Just the will of a single man.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Product not yet rated.
November 8th can't come soon enough. I'm Andy Allo, and you've just been fed a nice show. Dance off. Go back to Kevin and Ken.
Well, thank you.
Kevin, what does summer mean to you?
Sunburn.
Okay, what else?
Feeling self-conscious in a bathing suit.
Okay, come on, Kevin.
Your last chance to wear white before Labor Day?
No, it's blockbuster movie season.
Silly me. I was wrong on all 3 guesses.
Which is why Attack of the Show is doing a huge summer movie preview. We'll tell you everything you need to know about dozens of movies, including Transformers 3, X-Men First Class, Captain America, and more.
Don't miss the Attack of the Show summer movie preview Thursday at 7 p.m. Head over to g4tv.com/summer for more info and great barbecue recipes.
Stay tuned. George Lucas will be with us to talk about the brand new Star Wars TV show headed our way. You don't want to miss it.
Sure? Sure. The feed is brought to you by Mitchum, 48 hours a day. And the road to E3 is brought to you by the 2011 Ford Fiesta. Drive one.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Code. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
Star Wars is about to get a multi-year 3D theatrical re-release, but first it needed a bit of a digital facelift. Here are George Lucas and Disney Imagineer Tom Fitzgerald telling us how it was done.
All right, so next year you're going to start re-releasing the Star Wars films in 3D, and we're all excited, but we're nervous. We're a little nervous. We've seen a lot of up conversions, and quite frankly, a lot of them just give me a headache. So please, George, reassure me. Promise me you're not going to hurt me.
Well, we got into the 3D field a long, long time ago. We did a test of Star Wars and did a presentation to the Association of Theater Owners, which was about 15 years ago, with Jim Cameron, Bob Zemeckis, and we were, at the time, I was trying to promote getting theaters to put digital projectors in. And, you know, Jim wanted to do Avatar. He had done an underwater film. And Bob Zemeckis was working on his train movie. So that we were all really working in that medium, but we needed to be able to have theaters that could show them. So we were working very hard to do that. When I first saw it, we did this test. It looked really good. We said, okay, it's possible to convert an old movie into a 3D movie. But when we tried to do it, the whole movie, we ran into lots and lots of problems because it's a very creative process. You have to have really good creative people doing it. And there weren't that many people around. So we worked for years and years and years trying to build up a group of people who could actually do this in an economic and sort of reasonable time frame way. It really wasn't until the last 3 or 4 years that we were able to achieve that. And what we did is we actually had Industrial Light and Magic, which is my special effects company, supervise the whole thing. So they're very familiar with it. And a lot of the problems with 3D in the conversion is the people who are doing the conversions don't really know what the set looks like, where the people are standing, and those are critical issues. And we were able to have people there who had been on the set, who knew what was going on, and are experts in special effects and the technology, and could help the company sort of grow to a whole different level. And I think we've taken it to a level that is equal to anything that's being shot in 3D. There are 2 kinds of 3D. One is behind the screen, and one is the traditional sort of what I call the effect of 3D, which is where they poke things in your face. I'm not a big believer in the poking things in your face. I think that watching a 3D movie is a superior experience to just watching a regular movie, but it's like going from black and white to color. It's just a better way to watch it. It's three-dimensional, it feels much better, and I think that's what you get from the new Star Wars.
Was there a particular moment in the up conversions or a particular sequence that you'd say works really well in 3D?
Well, it's not that there are a few moments actually, but they're not big moments. There's a lot of moments where there's a person standing in the background who has a key piece of information or what they're talking about, and in the regular movie, they sort of blend in with the background, and you don't notice them that much. Now in 3D, they stand out, and you really get to see what they're talking about. You really get the story much faster and much better. So it's nothing overwhelming, but it actually makes it a much better experience and a much more easy to understand the story experience.
Now, George, switching gears just slightly, it was about a year ago that you said the live-action Star Wars show was going to be on hold. Where is the show now? Where does it stand?
It sits on the shelf. We have 50 hours, and we're just waiting to figure out a different way of making movies, a different technology that we can use that will make it so that it's economically feasible to shoot the show. Right now, it looks like the Star Wars features, but we have to figure out a way of making it for about 1/10 the cost of the features, because it's television. And we're working toward that, and we're continuing to work toward that, and we will get there at some point. But it's just a very, very difficult process. And obviously, when we do sort of figure this problem out, it will dramatically affect a lot of movies, because a lot of the movies features now that are costing $150, $200 million will suddenly be able to make them for $50 or $60 million.
All right, we will keep waiting ever so impatiently. George and Tom, thank you so much for joining us.
Goodbye, Kevin.
I've already cleared off space in my media center for Star Wars: The Complete Saga on Blu-ray, which comes out in North America on September 16th. But right now, let's find out what movies will be hitting store shelves today. It's time for DVD Tuesday. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thanks, Candace. Thank you.
How you doing?
Oh, doing great,
All right, what's up first?
First, we have I Am Number 4.
Okay, do you think this could be the start of a new action franchise?
I don't know. Is Twilight considered an action franchise? Because the source material for this was sort of a kid's novel, like a young adult novel series. And it really feels like that. These kids in high school, and
But
they
I think it was
discover their
better
powers.
than Twilight.
Yeah, actually, it was.
I would have to say that.
But that's not saying much. So, I mean, it has a lot of the same problems as Twilight. But the whole thing is, if you're going to do a film like this, I want to believe the rules of the movie. Superman's an alien, right?
Yeah.
But you know what the rules are with Superman. With these aliens, they shoot lasers out of their hands. It's like, what are the rules of what these aliens are?
But maybe it's something that you would learn throughout the many movies to come.
Or never. Maybe there won't be any movies. But the other thing is, I lost. There's a lot of times you'll see a part in a movie that'll make you kind of not believe it. And the thing that this movie totally lost me was a scene where the characters are on the internet and they're using Bing. I couldn't believe it. I thought nobody uses Bing to search on the internet, so it's definitely not. The sense of realism was out the window.
That's what made it. Okay.
Yeah, Bing.
How are the deleted scenes that come with the Blu-ray version of the film?
Completely forgettable.
Really?
Yes, yeah. They're just, there were some deleted scenes that were part of the movie, which they cut out, and I agree with their choices.
Okay.
I think they made really good. I think that deleting them was the right decision.
Okay, so I think this is a no-brainer, but what's the bottom line?
Oh, it's a pass. It's a pass. I'm sorry. It didn't grab me,
That's
folks.
cool. I saw it, and I thought it was okay. I wasn't blown away at all.
All right.
What's our next DVD?
The next one is Platoon. Yeah.
Okay, this film really established Charlie Sheen as a serious actor. Does it hold up 25 years later?
What's funny is, yes, a new generation of people will be able to see that Charlie Sheen
Once
can
upon a
be.
time?
Yeah, he can be a serious actor, and he's
Could.
could
I
do
don't
it.
know. We'll see.
Who knows anymore? But the film really holds up today. I mean, you had like Johnny Depp in this movie, Willem Dafoe, William C. McGinley. I mean, there are just so many great performances in this film. So many actors that have gone on to do great things.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is what they put the actors through. They went through basic training with the military advisor Dale Dye. For 2 weeks, these guys did not sleep. I mean, today, a lot of military experiences, of course, Call of Duty, but in this thing, these actors really went through that experience.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
bottom line?
bottom line for me, it's a buy, especially because of the commentary by Dale Dye, military advisor. I thought it was fantastic.
Okay, what else do we have to check out?
The Transcendent Man.
Now, what's this documentary about?
It's about this futurist Ray Kurzweil, who predicts a thing that he calls the singularity. It's when technology will finally merge with the human body. He predicts in the future we'll have nanobots that will cure disease, that will allow us to live forever, and we'll be able to do things like your brain will basically be an iPhone where you can download apps. You'll be able to, download a language. You can download all the seasons of Mad Men, so you and I can have a conversation about it. You can do everything.
Sounds kind of cool, but sounds also kind of scary.
Which is awesome because the documentary.
awesome.
No, I I think your fears are well-founded because in the documentary, he talks about a future where there could be a war with this sort of super evolved version of the human race and just sort of regular people who decide not to upgrade. It's a fascinating documentary because he talks about how technology keeps doubling every 18 months. Computing power, and it's amazing documentary. I mean, if you're interested in everything we cover in Attack of the Show, you must see this documentary. It's incredible.
Done. What's the bottom line?
Bottom line, buy it.
Okay.
Buy it. Fantastic extras, too.
Thank you, Chris.
Cool, thank you.
For more gore, follow him on Twitter at @ChrisGore. Now let's head over to Kevin.
I was going to say, Transcendent Man, totally concur. I'm glad you brought it up on DVD Tuesday. Everybody should see it. It's awesome. Coming up after the break, bikers get broken in today's great moments in de-evolution.
They say that nothing in life comes free, except beats, which is why we have 3 of the latest tracks for your iPod completely free of charge. After a 4-year drought of LPs, the LA-based alt-rock duo She Wants Revenge is back with a new dark wave track called Take the World.
Your body shakes. It's like tonight. We can take the world.
The song is listed as the opener to their new album Valley Heart, which came out this week on Geffen Records. But if you're looking for something a bit brighter as you prep for summer, then open the blinds with Karoma. This one-man burst of post-punk psych pop is making rock feel dancey again, with his song appropriately titled, In New York, Everything is Tropical. Lastly, it's time to fall in love with a new LA artist by way of the Oakland Bay, Young Murph.
And the time went still, the whole room froze when you popped right in, looking perfect in your clothes.
Hot off his debut LP, Nighttime Sunshine, this low-key, chill hip-hop head gives us a taste of things to come with his latest single, Firefly.
And I'ma find a firefly, put her in a bottle.
All 3 songs are gifts from the artist to you, so what are you waiting for? Get online and grab some free beats.
Oh, yes! 2?
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. Amber Heard from John Carpenter's The Ward tries not to get stabbed by an undead chick. I'll protect her. Then Blair Herter wakes up in Thailand with the all-star cast of The Hangover 2 to discuss monkeys and Ken Jeong's penis. And bend over, here comes a cinema enema courtesy of Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes when they make Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides walk the plank. See it tomorrow.
And now is the old time of the show when we mourn the state of humanity.
It's great moments in de-evolution.
First up, riding your bike into a porta potty. I think that certainly qualifies you as an idiot, right?
Yeah. But it's the idiot inside the porta potty who would easily beat you in a stupid contest.
Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Go hard or go home, bitch.
Oh, dude, this is horrible, dude.
Covered in
Dude, hey, look at me, dude.
It just makes me angry.
Well, he went hard. I mean, this week's rating system, people who believe that the rapture was real. They really epitomize the word de-evolution. So, how many should we give him?
2.
What?
2 out of 5.
He was covered in number 2.
He bothered me. I just think it's stupid to do that. I don't
To
get
ride
it.
your bike into it or to sit in one?
To sit in it.
All right.
Getting all dirty. Ugh.
But then porta potty's all dirty and stuff.
Fire breathing is a neat trick to pull out at parties.
Yeah, if you can actually do it. Oh, Brett, come back. We want to make s'mores off your face. Hold on, don't put it out.
Okay, how many should we give him?
I think a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's due.
That's a good rating.
You like
good
that
rating,
one?
Kevin. I like it.
Ew, fire's warming stuff. I don't like that.
That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me.
Of course it doesn't.
Ew.
Finally, our last video features a BMX rider and a bike jump gone horribly right. Well, for us.
Foot, say goodbye to leg.
It just waves around there like a limp noodle. Is my heel supposed to touch the back of my knee? That's weird.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
5 out of 5.
Oh, yeah? All right, 5 out of 5. There you go. Was that video too much? There was debate as to whether or not that was too
Yeah,
much.
we weren't going to show it today.
I think it was fine.
I think it was fine too.
It's not like the bone was peeking out or anything like that. I wish he was wearing shorts. That'd have been a much cooler visual.
Oh, I don't wish it was shorts. I don't want to see that.
That's it for this week's Nutsack Ball.
Are you talking about this sack of nuts?
Boy, when Candace nails a cue, Candace nails a cue. Before we wrap this puppy up, I think we should go to the Twitter wall because is that hot pink or how is it? Is that a fashion term?
Hot.
What's the
Hot, I think.
Hot? Hoot? Hot? What?
Whatever it is.
Well, just because you said it with a British accent doesn't make it right. How do you pronounce it? Hot Pink 80 says, please read my tweet on air, done, and tell my husband to buy L.A. Noire from me. Oh.
Thanks. Hearts. Hearts.
All right, buy L.A. Noire.
Yay!
Don't be a deadbeat. Get it for her. Cheer your lady up. Or your man, I don't know.
Did you want to say something about Wikipedia?
Oh, yeah. People have been trying to edit my Wikipedia entry and alert the world that I'm, in fact, a baby napper.
Yes.
Or nabber, I suppose.
Yes.
So kudos.
You told them you were.
Keep it going. I did admit that on air. And I don't know who's locking that down on Wiki, but we should find out. Who's editing that crap? It's true. I'll steal babies. Many thanks to Waldo for being here on the old program. We appreciate it. Thanks to George Lucas, Tom Fitzgerald, Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb, Blair Herter, Chris Carr, and Andy Allo. We love you, and we'll see you later. Where is Candace? I don't know.